The Supreme Court of Ghana is the highest court of the land. We describe it as the apex court of the land. The court is part of the judicial arm of government. And the judicial arm of government, is responsible for the settlement of disputes and the interpretation of laws. As we describe them, we know that their main function is to interpret the laws of the land, and that is why they are called the custodians, or described as the custodians of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. Now, just recently, the court has made an important ruling, and this decision the court has taken, we as social studies students and teachers and people studying about governance issues and even law must understand that it's going to change some of the things or items in our various textbooks. And here on JSL Tutorials, this channel, I make sure that these issues are brought to the notice of our learners, and then they are also abreast with the current affairs and whatever goes on. That is the nature of social studies, and these things are going to happen anytime there is a change in information, because social studies also deals with current affairs. Can you join me in this Did You Know segment? Let's go through the ruling and what actually was taken as a decision by this court. Now, here on the Did You Know segment, you already know we try to bring out the facts, and then we also put across current affairs issues concerning governance, and all the information and the misconceptions that are always around us. Now, you must be aware that as part of our basic school curriculum or syllabus, the basic 7 learners are supposed to study citizenship, and citizenship goes with human rights. Therefore, everybody talks about rights, and we talk about how to become a citizen. Now, as part of the introductory part of that lesson, you realize that there is a segment that talks about dual citizenship. Dual citizenship is one area that we have to look at because of the recent Supreme Court ruling, and that is what I want to talk about here. So we can make those corrections in our textbooks, and also going forward, we can update all the information over there. Now, we know some citizens have allegiance or have citizenship of other countries and are also Ghanaians as well. That is a dual citizenship. Now, there is a Citizenship Act 2000. This Citizenship Act has outlined what happens to people with dual citizenship, especially when it comes to holding public office. So that is what we are interested in. The lawyer known as Bright Ajekum Ochre filed a case before the Supreme Court. That case had to do with this dual citizenship and why people shouldn't hold certain public offices. And that is what they dealt with. Mr. Bright took the issue to the court, challenging sections of that Citizenship Act. And all the argument was basically about the fact that the act can't just change things in the main constitution, because the constitution itself has something about dual citizenship when you look at people holding public office. So let's see what the section 16 says. You can obtain these documents even online. So when you look at the Citizenship Act, this is the section 16 that talks about dual citizenship. So it says that a citizen of Ghana may hold the citizenship of any other country in addition to his citizenship of Ghana. So you see, without prejudice to Article 94, Section 2A of the, that's the 1992 Constitution, no citizen of Ghana shall qualify to be appointed as a holder of any office specified in this subsection if he holds the citizenship of any other country in addition to his citizenship of Ghana. So you see, they have given a list of the various public offices. What the new ruling is trying to say now is that these people can be given dual citizenship or can hold dual citizenship, and that is the list you are seeing over here. So it is now against what we see here on the screen. So look at the office. So Chief Justice and Justices of the Supreme Court. It means that in this particular act, they cannot hold dual citizenship, but the recent ruling has reversed it. It has now struck them out. So an ambassador or high commissioner can hold, Secretary to the Cabinet, Chief of Defense Staff, or any service chief, Inspector General of Police, Commissioner Custom, Excise and Preventive Service. So the rank of a colonel in the army or its equivalent in the other security services. So that has been clearly stated over here. So these people can hold dual citizenship per the new ruling of the Supreme Court. So we have to check those examples given in our textbooks and the various articles that we have, and we need to change them. So the ruling is simple, the ruling is straightforward. It has nullified those sections, that section 16, which has A to L. The list of subsections there under that section 16 has been nullified, and you see that clearly these people are allowed to hold dual citizenship now, per the ruling of the Supreme Court. Based on that, clearly they have been declared as unconstitutional, the sections under the Citizenship Act 2000. Therefore, these personnel or people can hold dual citizenship. That is what I want you to take note of as students, so you can make the necessary corrections. Now let's look at the list again. By way of summary, you clearly see that this is the issue now. By that ruling, a Chief Justice can have dual citizenship, Commissioner of the Value Added Tax Service, Director General of the Prison Service, a Chief Fire Officer, a Chief Director of a Ministry, a rank of a colonel in the Army or its equivalent in any other security services. That is where we are now. By that ruling, 6-1 majority decision, that decision was taken. In addition to that, the spouses of the former presidents that were used to be paid now will not also be paid. So that one also has been struck out by the Supreme Court, and we must also take note of that. So spouses of former presidents will not be paid salary. The Supreme Court also deemed that as unconstitutional. The dual citizenship one, a lot of arguments have started, and people have argued for and against the issue. You are a social studies student, you can make your own judgment. Some have said that it's a way to create more opportunities for these people in power or in authority, give them more chance, or their children, to come back and take political positions and still have control over the people who are down there, the lower class people. People are actually not happy with that particular. Some too have argued that yes, people who live outside the country, we shouldn't just say that they have nothing to contribute to the development of the country or our nation. Therefore, no matter what, we are 50-50, half Jamaican, half Ghanaian, you can still come back and perform your civic duties or responsibilities and also hold positions here and contribute to national interest and national development. That is how the arguments so far have gone. But you can also make your argument. It's a democratic system we are operating, and your views or your opinions are there. But you have to know that that is the ruling and we must go by that. So I believe you have learned something and you have added something to your facts or your information. Kindly update them and prepare for your exams, as these questions could be very tricky. Thank you for watching GCL Tutorials. I'll see you again. All the best. Bye.